Hello, welcome to our class. Today we are going to deal with algebra. Um, Let me give you basics of algebra. Algebra is any mathematics having letters and numbers together. So if we have numbers and letters together in the expression or any equation, then that's algebraic. Letters and numbers. Letters and numbers. Okay. So we have letters and numbers involved. So whenever you have a mathematics which involves letters and numbers, that's algebra. Let's say maybe if I write this, maybe 3x plus 1. This is algebraic expression. It has this one we call it a term, and this is a term. So we have two terms. And remember, the terms in algebra, they are separated by using either the plus sign or the minus sign. Look, example here, if I have maybe 2x plus 3z and maybe plus 1. Uh, this is our algebraic expression having three terms. This 2x here is called term, and then this one is called a term, and this is also a term. So we have three terms. Why do we have three terms? Because every time when we see the plus or minus sign, then that one indicates there is another term, one term on the left on that sign and another term on the right of the sign. So then I have three terms here. Even if it was like maybe 4 z minus 2 x, still here I have the two terms. Why? Because I said the plus and minus sign always gives us a term or separate between two terms. So I have the terms, two terms here, because I have the minus sign. So this is my first term, which is 4z, and the 2x is my second term. Okay? Yeah. So then you heard about terms here, and you heard about the terms. So we have the terms. So in terms, we have what we call constant term. Constant term. A constant term is the one with no letter involved in that number. Like if I have like 3x plus 2, this 2 is called a constant term. Why? Because there's no letter attached to it. So then this is constant term. So a constant term in algebraic expression or any, algebraic equation, it is a term with no letter attached to. So here in this example, my constant term is going to be 2. Let's go next page. We have something to know as well in algebra. We have what we call coefficient. 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 Okay? Coefficient. Coefficient of a term. Coefficient of a term. A coefficient is nothing but the number that stays before letter. If I put maybe 4x, let's say this is my example here, then the 4 is going to be called coefficient. Okay, coefficient of what? Coefficient of x. Why? Because it stays before x. Even if I write maybe 5x square, this is called the 5. The 5 here is a coefficient of what? Of x square. So a coefficient is nothing but a number that stays before a letter. So for a constant term, we don't have a coefficient. So constant term is just constant, no coefficient. You only find coefficients if you have a letter and a number in front of it. That number is what we call coefficient. Okay? We also have terms, we call them like terms. Like terms. Like terms, these terms can have same letter. They have same letter. Maybe let's say 3x plus z, and then maybe minus maybe 2x. So the 3x and the 2x, these are like terms. Why? Because they contain the same letter. Okay, but sometimes it might be even two letters. Maybe let's say I have maybe 4ab, all right, and then minus plus maybe 2x, and then maybe minus 2ab. All right, so 2ab and 4ab, these are like terms. Why? Because they have exactly same letter. Okay, so like terms means those are having the same letter. Also, like terms can be constant numbers, okay, which we call constant terms. Maybe let's say I have 3x, or maybe plus a 2, a plus a z, and then plus a 5. So 2 and 5 are also like terms. Okay, why? Because they are both constant. I mean constant term. Okay, so 2 and 5 are like terms as well. Okay, yep. So terms in algebra can be added up. Like terms can be added up. Unlike terms cannot be added up. If you have like, let me write here, like terms, like terms, like terms can be added up, can be added or subtracted. Okay. So you can add or subtract the like terms. Let's say I have 3x and the 2x. Okay, so this will give you 5x, which means it's just taking 2 plus 3, you get 5. But if you do 3x maybe and plus 4b, this can never happen. You'll end up with the same thing here. Why? Because I cannot add 3x and 4b. Why can't I add this? These are unlike terms. Okay, they don't have a common letter. Okay, but the first one was x, 3x and 2x, so they had a common letter which is x. That's why I was able to combine them. And why combine is because they have we call them like terms. So if you have like terms, then you can add or subtract easy, like normal arithmetic. Okay. um Yep.